morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, TJMD.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day.
Yes, today is Wednesday, Hump Day, middle of the week.
That's right. Acting like I didn't just walk into this room.
Yeah, it's cold outside, too.
It's not really that cold outside.
It's windy.
You ain't really walked that
cold.
far. I had to walk from the lot. That's a long walk. It's cold outside.
I know that we're nationally syndicated, so, people in other states don't give a damn about what we talking about right now, but they were salting the road this morning.
Yeah, it's
Why?
cold.
About to snow or something?
Yeah, they said we're going to get flurries today.
Well,
So the temperature's going to drop under 36 degrees, so they said it's a little chilly today. And today in New York City is the National Tree Lighting, where they light the tree at Rockefeller Center.
Oh, okay.
So that's a big thing. So it's Gridlock Alert Day in New York, meaning if you ain't got to be in New York City, get the hell out of New York City.
Or at least in Midtown, Times Square area.
They're going to be shutting blocks down. There's going to be a lot of traffic. The tunnels, the bridges are going to be crazy. So if you ain't got to be in the city, or if you could take mass transit, do not drive in the city
thank
today.
God I don't have to be in the city today. I was in the city all day yesterday because I did First Take on ESPN, dropping the clues bombs for First Take. They had me back again. And then I was back on the Colbert Show last night in a hosting capacity. So dropping the clues bombs for the Colbert Show. And,
How'd that go?
It was great. That's my future. And then I was preparing to go to Africa. I'm leaving for Africa tomorrow. I'm going to Johannesburg.
South Africa.
For the Global Citizens Festival.
Global Citizens Festival.
Now, people get mad when you just say Africa.
That's why I said
It's
Johannesburg.
South Africa.
I said Johannesburg.
Yeah, you said Johannesburg, Africa.
No, I said I'm going to Africa, and I was specific and said I'm going to Johannesburg. But I'll be in Johannesburg tomorrow for the Global Citizens Festival.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you never been to Africa, South Africa before, right?
My first time
Okay.
ever. And I'll be hosting for iHeart Radio. I'll be broadcasting there on Sunday, live from Global Citizens Festival.
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z's performing, Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, our guy Casper Neovest. I think I pronounced his name right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be fun.
It's going to be an amazing trip. It's a long flight, about, 17 hours, 18 hours
I thought it
flight?
was like 14.
I think it's like 16 hours.
Like 16, 17 hours.
Oh, I went. It was 14 because it was a direct flight.
Yeah, his is direct flight, too. I think his is direct flight, too, right?
You know it is.
Oh, yeah, direct flight.
Come on, I got old knees. I can't be getting off and on no plane.
Amazing place. So, just give yourself a lot of extra time because you're going to want to see everything. You want to go where Nelson Mandela was born, where he was raised. You got to put that on your...
I want to go to the Apartheid Museum. I mean,
You got to go to the Apartheid Museum.
I literally have nothing
That's
to
like
do
a 2-day trip.
until
The
Sunday.
Apartheid Museum.
The gaming place, if you want to see, the lions, tigers, and all that stuff, and elephants, and how they all coincide with each other. That was amazing out in South Africa. It's a lot, man. South Africa, I love it, man. I go twice a year. I was supposed to actually go the end of this year, but I think we moved it to February. But I love South Africa. Shout out to everybody out in Johannesburg. And if you get a chance, I don't know if you're going to have time. You should go to Cape Town as well, but I don't think you'll have time to go to Cape Town. But shout out to all the South Africans out there and everybody that listens that ride with us in Johannesburg.
Oh, we get mad love from Johannesburg and Nigeria. Salute to my homegirl Cuppy. She hit me this morning to let me know she can't make it to Global Citizens, but if I need anything, let her know.
Yeah, I got some guys out there that'll make sure you're okay if you ever need it, man. They make sure you're safe.
I don't want to be around your goons.
They're not goons. They're good people. Actually, millionaires, but they'll make sure you're good. But anyway, let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what we talking about?
We are going to talk about the Senate race in Mississippi. What happened there? We'll give you that information. Also, Donald Trump. Every morning I'm like, I don't want to talk about Donald Trump today, but you can't help it.
Well, don't.
We have to.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What are we talking about, Yee?
Well, first, let's talk about Mississippi Senate race. Cindy Hyde-Smith did defeat Mike Espy. She's the Republican who made the comments about how she would attend a public hanging. She also has been pictured previously, I believe, wearing a Confederate flag. Now, they actually had a runoff because neither one of them won 50% of the vote in the general election. So yesterday, Hyde-Smith did win. President Trump did endorse her, and she also is the first woman elected to the Senate from Mississippi.
Well, she won because she was on brand. She catered right to the hearts of old and new racists in Mississippi. It was actually kind of genius. A little candid racism, saying she would be front row at a lynching, then some well-placed nooses on the State House, I believe. Just letting other bigots know where she stands. A vote for me is a vote for bigotry. And she won in Mississippi.
All right, now Donald Trump has threatened to cut GM subsidies. We told you yesterday about General Motors getting rid of 6 of their different cars and announcing thousands of job cuts. Well, it's not good for Donald Trump, who had promised to bring back jobs in the auto industry. And so now Donald Trump tweets out, very disappointed with General Motors and their CEO, Mary Barra, for closing plants in Ohio, Michigan, and Maryland. Nothing being closed in Mexico and China. The U.S. saved General Motors, and this is the thanks we get. We are now looking at cutting all GM subsidies, including for electric cars. General Motors made a big China bet years ago when they built plants there, and in Mexico, don't think that bet is going to pay off. I am here to protect America's workers.
Amen.
Well, GM has no idea what subsidies Donald Trump is even referring to, other than a $7,500 plug-in tax credit, which actually goes to the consumer and not to the company. And that subsidy also goes away once they reach 200,000 electric cars sold, and that's going to probably happen by next year.
If you voted for Donald Trump in Michigan, you got to feel like a goddamn fool this morning. Mm-hmm. Man, you should have felt like a fool yesterday, but God bless you.
Now, Facebook, according to a former Facebook employee, has a black people problem. According to Mark Lucky, who used to work there, he said there were very subtle but shocking displays of racism from other employees. He said at least 2 or 3 times a day, every day, a colleague would look directly at me and tap or hold their wallet or shove their hands down their pocket to clutch it tightly until I pass. He said he also heard stories from other black employees of being aggressively accosted by campus security beyond what was necessary, and he also noted that only 4% of their staff is black. That's more than 20,000 people that work there. Only 4% of those people in their workforce are black.
I don't know about Facebook, but I know the black people here still. That is a fact, okay? We've been working there for 8 years, and the black people here still.
But if that's true, that's harassment. He could get some bread from that.
Well, what is it for us then? I want some bread too for all the stuff that's been stolen from me out of this studio.
Well, nobody clutched their wallet or held their pockets when you walk by, did they?
Well, I clutch mine. I clutch mine when I see a certain element.
Well, that's harassment.
That comes after 10 p.m. Drop on the Clues Monster DJ Self and his gang. All right.
Goodness.
And the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants has passed away. Steven Hillenburg died Monday after battling ALS. He was first diagnosed last year, and he is survived by his wife, Karen, and his son, Clay.
He was too young, man. I know all that money he made off SpongeBob and you still die at 50-something years old. Man.
Very young.
Jesus Christ. Rest in peace to him.
All right, well, that's your front page news. Now, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, hit us up right now. Maybe you had a bad night or a horrible morning, or maybe you just want to spread some positivity. 800-585-1051. Hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
And I see sometimes people be saying some negative things under your comments or whatever, like you're showing off and all that stuff. I just want you to know to keep doing it because it's motivating me. I don't know if you, what your real goal about it is. I know you're trying to motivate the people, but you're motivating at least one person, and that's me. So I'm real grateful for you doing that.
Yeah, I don't mind the negativity. I mean, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for people like me that had no idea about investing, no idea about saving.
Yeah,
my parents lived in the same house for 30 years and didn't invest in anything. So the fact that I'm able to help people to try to motivate them to invest into something and invest in their community and own their community, that's all I'm trying to do. It could be one house, it could be a 2-family house, it could be a $80,000 house, a $30,000 house, a $20,000 house. But the fact that
a $1,600 house,
we need to, $1,600. We need to own our own.
You know what I like too, man? You show the minimal part of everything. You know, the basics. Even like you collecting your rent, like for the small. You know, something was like $8,000 a month or something like that.
Right.
They're showing the basics of everything. Not, you know, sometimes these celebrities or people come online and they just want to show the grand picture of things. You're showing the basics, and I'm really appreciating that.
I appreciate that.
My wife too, because she got a promotion, and I got a promotion earlier this year too. So we've been doing good, and I'm looking forward to stepping more out into the real estate field and appreciating life more, man. Thank you for all you've been doing.
Humor me. What do they say under the comments is negative? What could you not possibly say negative about somebody buying
some people
property?
say it's a lie that you got to have a lot of money to invest in real estate.
Yesterday somebody asked me how come.
This is why envy motivates me and not you, Charlamagne, because he don't focus on the negative. You want to hear the negative for what?
You don't want you called up here and you specifically said they leave negative comments on Envy's page.
I don't want to talk about the negative because he don't focus on the negative either. I don't want to.
I would like to know what these dumbass is saying about people buying property. I'm like, what could you possibly say negative about it?
A lot of people feel like they're stuck that you need money to invest in property, and I mean,
nah, not even that. You were buying a old school that you were trying to turn.
No, don't focus on the negative. Shut up. Don't tell us the negative. Shut up. Shut up. Don't even repeat it. Shut up.
I wasn't gonna tell your ass. I'm telling them.
No, people were mad. We bought a school.
Have a great day.
You too. We bought a school in Paterson, New Jersey, and we're turning the school into housing where people can actually live, low income housing, and people are mad like you should open the school back up. The school has been abandoned
You're
for.
like, it's been abandoned for 10 years.
10
That's
years,
how you said that.
11 years, and they've opened up other schools in the area, so it was just sitting
Not
there. It was
gonna
just
be
an
a school.
eyesore. So we took that eyesore, and we're going to make that eyesore a place where people can live that's nice.
And when you clean up
That's safe.
eyesores, it helps the whole neighborhood too. It helps the value for everybody that lives there. It makes it safer.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know, it's interesting because somebody said to me, I don't ever post like the investment stuff that I do. So yesterday on Twitter, I posted like,
I seen the house you posted.
yeah, that my
framing.
house is framed out. And somebody wrote, and I talked about how I haven't been buying
Don't
anything.
focus on the negative, Yee.
Somebody said, talk about tooting your own horn.
Don't focus on the negative. By the way, I like the
just
negative.
said, like, I didn't buy anything
Listen,
because I'm trying to invest. And somebody said, talk about tooting your own horn.
I love the negative. You know why? The negative motivates me. I love making people sick. All right? Because, you know, nothing kills people more than success.
Absolutely.
God damn it. All right? I want you to suffer from seeing me be successful.
All right.
Die, hater, die.
How did this turn so negative?
Yes.
Die,
I
hate,
This
don't
ain't
feel
negative.
like that.
All right? This ain't negative,
feel like
bro.
that.
I'm good. I like to eat my haters.
There you go, right?
All right? Eat them whole.
You kinky
yes.
over there. Oh, eat 'em
Die
whole,
watching me.
all right.
Die watching me be successful,
All right.
okay?
You eating them over there.
And
All
for
right,
the
kick your
and for
ass.
the people that are motivated, God bless you.
There you go.
That's
Get it
what I
off your
focus
chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Al, what up, Al?
Yo, what's up, Envy? What's up, Breakfast Crew?
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Yo, Envy, man, I'm mad at y'all, man. I'm mad at you, Envy.
Why?
Yo, you work with DJ Clue. You know, y'all work together in the same building. Yo, when y'all gonna put out a album together, man? Bring back the old school classics, man.
How old are you?
2002. That's when we put it out.
Y'all, I know, but y'all gotta do another one, man.
How old are you, sir?
2004.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 38, man. I grew up listening to DJ Envy back in the days with his mixtapes, DJ Clue and them.
Do it for the old heads one time, man. Put it on a tape, too. Put it on a cassette or a CD, man.
I don't know what y'all
Do
talking
it for the old heads one time, man.
G, get it off your chest, G.
Hey, I'm calling because I just need like a little bit of advice, and I'm sorry to say, hey everybody, I'm sorry to not say hello, but check it off my chest that like my wife has PTSD, and I'm trying to get her back motivated to go back out in the world. She's a retired vet, and I'm just wondering what I could do to help her get back to what she was before.
Is she seeing a psychiatrist?
No, she's not seeing a psychiatrist.
Oh, she definitely needs to start seeing a psychiatrist.
She she grew up in the old ways, like like black people don't see psychiatrists, and it's like one of those things where like honestly I'm trying to push her to go do that, but it's like one of those things where I can't even physically do anything to help her
Hey,
out.
let me tell you something,
And it's
man.
like-
That's the greatest myth in the black community is that black people don't see psychiatrists. Black people don't tell nobody that they be going to see psychiatrists and see therapists. Okay, I started going to therapy last year. You know what I found out this weekend? That my father was going to see a therapist 2 and 3 times a week for years and never told nobody. He told me this weekend because he finally read my book.
Well, he said this guy said he read your book and he relates and he helped him out.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, you should maybe let her read it, but definitely send her to a psychiatrist, especially if she got PTSD from the military.
Keith!
Yo, what's going on?
Come on, man. Take us off Bluetooth for a second, bro.
All right, hold on.
What's up, Keith? Get it off
hear
your
me?
chest. Yeah, what's up, bro?
That sounds way better.
Yeah, so
Man, we just hung up on the guy whose wife had PTSD?
He hung up.
Jesus
no, I ain't
Christ.
hang up. Hello.
No, go ahead.
All right, yeah. So 7th Street, I remember 7th Street had came up there a while ago, and she was like, "Oh, you know, you should never say no to your man when your man is asking for sex or whatever." And I remember she got mad flack for that. So I thought it was kind of weird. I was like, yesterday, you know, the people were like, "Oh, Joe Button said no to sex." Like, like I felt like I was like, yo, when 7th Street was just like, "Yo, you should never say no to your man." She got flack for it. But
Well,
I guess like.
I think for Joe Button is the fact that they just had a baby and they haven't been having sex at all, and they used to have sex 4 times a day, so it's hurting her self-esteem.
Oh, so if a woman says no to a man, do y'all care about our self-esteem? Like, I don't know. I just thought it was a double standard, right?
I think that
Nobody cares about you, bro.
I think if it's been like for months and it hasn't been happening, and you try to plan nice things and the person is still curving you and all they do is work and go to sleep, and it's been an ongoing issue, then yes, that's something you should discuss. Now, if it's one time and you're like, "No, I'm tired," I don't think that's anything to be mad about.
Nobody cares about your feelings, bro. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time. Now, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, you know I love a good horror movie, so I'll give you an update on one that I'm excited to see. This one is a reboot. Also, we'll tell you about an HBO documentary that's going to be premiering on Monday.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Why you breathing so hard over there, bro?
I think I was like in between like a burp and a sigh because I was drinking my green tea this morning. You know I can't get my day started without my green tea and honey. I'm not a coffee guy. Yes.
I don't drink coffee either.
Yeah.
But anyway, morning everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Happy holidays. Good morning to you.
Happy holidays. It's the most wonderful time of the year, man.
Now,
And shout out to Amara La Negra. She actually has a kid's book, and she sent copies for all of us up here.
I saw that.
Amarita's Way.
yeah, she said that. I think she
So
signed
cute.
some for my kids.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she, you know when you got a lot of kids when she send you a lot of books.
It's like 20 of them.
Madison, Logan, London, Brooklyn.
Smart move of Maryland Negra to do a children's book. Children's books be booming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's cute. Thank you, Alicia, for sending them up here to us.
Yes, thank you. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk a movie reboot.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, this movie that I love, Candyman, Jordan Peele is going to be producing a reboot of that movie. So it's going to be produced and financed through MGM, and I'm excited to see that. I don't know if you guys are all familiar with Candyman.
Yeah, I don't watch horror movies because I don't pay people to scare me. But Candyman was the one where they used to look in the mirror and say Candyman
Five times.
5 times, and then he would appear.
Yep.
I never seen it. I don't watch that.
I don't pay people.
You
to
never
scare
saw
me.
Candyman? It was in Cabrini Greens?
No.
Oh man, y'all are messed up.
I don't do scary movies, man. Freddie used to scare me. I don't do scary movies.
It was in the Cabrini Green Housing Projects, but Candyman was dope because it was like a black horror movie.
They should do that again now, but like have the black
Candyman.
Yeah,
Candyman.
Have all the white
Candyman.
people, that have gentrified Brooklyn, have them saying Candyman in the mirror 3 times, and then a black man appears in a hoodie behind them. That'll scare the hell out of them. I thought these guys were out of this.
Well, y'all need to go see that.
That should be the storyline.
All right. Now they're also doing, here's something else that's happening. And I told you this is all TV, movies, streaming. Quincy Jones, they're having a Q85, a musical celebration for Quincy Jones. That's going to air December 9th on BET. And Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith, Dave Chappelle, John Legend, Stevie Wonder, and more will appear on that as well.
It's a celebration of Quincy Jones, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Also, HBO on Monday, the Sandra Bland documentary is going to be airing. And here's a little piece of that promo.
Today's Sandy Speaks is going to focus directly on my white people. What I need you to understand is that being a black person in America is very, very hard.
I will light you up. Get out!
Wow.
Now!
Sandy called me, let me know that she had been arrested. How do you go from failure to signal a lane change to dead in jail by alleged suicide?
All right, so you'll get to hear Sandy's voice herself throughout this as well, Sandra Bland's voice herself.
I don't think I can watch that.
They call her Sandy.
Yeah, I don't think I can watch that. I won't be watching because when I watch those documentaries like that, all those things infuriate me. And I'm tired of being in therapy telling my therapist how much I hate white supremacy and racism and bigotry. Like I know I'm going to get upset when I watch that.
Well, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to
yes,
have my kids watch it as well.
If you can support this, that would be a great thing to do. Say her name, The Life and Death of Sandra Bland.
Absolutely. I'll be checking that out.
All right, now let's talk about teaming up. LeBron James, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lindsey Vonn, and more. They have launched a health and wellness company. It's called Ladder. Now they're going to offer 4 products when they launch, which is 2 protein powders, an energy powder, and a green powder. But they're also going to update their website with articles and other content about healthy living, and then hopefully at some point expand to other products like snacks and things like that.
What about that hairline powder though? What's going to bring the edges back, LeBron? You got anything for that?
It worked for Envy when he did the detox, right?
I definitely did not put anything in my hair, but my hair did grow back. Yes, I did. I stopped cutting it and ate healthier.
That's what he should do. I mean, all jokes aside. There's a lot of men out here who are suffering from not having any hairlines. I'm one of them. I don't want to do what Safari did. I don't want to do what Tiger did. Is there any natural ways that I can possibly get my edges back?
Well, the first thing
Show me, LeBron.
I stopped cutting the hair, and then I just ate healthier.
It's not natural.
The hair just came and started growing back.
All right, now Netflix is going to be doing a series of books, actually adapting those to be movies. They have the rights to 16 different books, which include Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Twitch, George's Marvelous Medicine, and more. So they're saying they're going to do this with the Roald Dahl Story Company, and stay
Charlie and the
faithful
Chocolate
to the
Factory?
tone of the original works. Yes.
Did they ever do a movie that shows what happened to Charlie once he, started running the chocolate factory. Remember when Willy, at the end of every Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, Willy Wonka gives the factory to Charlie.
Right.
Did they ever show how Charlie and his family came up? I've never seen that.
I don't remember.
If there is, please tweet me and let me know, because I really want to see.
Now, I don't know this book, The Magic Finger. Have you guys ever read that one?
No.
Oh.
Sounds fun.
All right, and
what would you do with that finger, Charlamagne?
I didn't say anything. I just said it sounds incredible. I don't know the plot. I don't know the premise. I don't know what the storyline is.
Now, shout out to Ava DuVernay. She has signed a $100 million multi-year deal with Warner Brothers.
Drop one of the clues bombs for Ava DuVernay. That's vision board goals right there, damn it.
Yeah, that's going to start in January. So congratulations to her. That's amazing, because she also has had a deal with Netflix, and she has her documentary 13th and her Central Park 5 series and all of those things, the Prince documentary. That's all going to be on Netflix, and now she has this deal.
The reason I respect Ava DuVernay so much is because she literally does everything her way. Like, she's not following no trends. She's not trying to fit in with nobody. She does what she wants to do, how she wants to do it. Drop one of the clues bomb for Ava DuVernay, damn it. And she is unapologetic about it. I remember interviewing Ava DuVernay for the BET Genius Talks, and I asked her, I said, do you ever feel like people say you're discriminating because you only hire women directors? She's like, I don't care. She's like, how long white people been doing that?
All right, now MTV's Catfish, by the way, Neve Schulman has some new co-hosts. He has a bunch of celebrity guests, which also includes NBA star Nick Young. Other guests are going to be Slick Woods, Jane Carey, who's Jim Carrey's daughter, Tallulah Willis, singer Elle King, and NFL star Rashad Jennings, former NFL star.
There's no way in hell people are still getting catfished in 2018. Like, come on, man. We got Skype. We got FaceTime. You got all kind of... If somebody does not want to show you their face...
You also have low self-esteem.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. People live off of the fact that people pay people compliments and make them feel good online.
But what does that got to do with getting catfished?
Well, people just... there's a dream and it's imagination.
Exactly. So if you're getting catfished in 2018, 2019, it's because you want to get catfished. Okay? You want to buy into the dream. Because there is no way that nobody is actually literally still getting catfished in 2018, 2019. Like, a person doesn't want to FaceTime you, they don't want to show you their face, it's a problem. Okay?
But people really
wrong.
believe it. People really believe that, this person loves me. Maybe their hair's not done, or their phone is not working, or they don't own a phone with FaceTime features.
No.
They have a flip phone.
No.
So grandparents are getting catfished.
Listen,
all day long.
I was watching, that's the premise of Nobody's Fool, right? Nobody's Fool, the Tyler Perry movie with Tika Sumpter and Tiffany Haddish. I'm like, ain't nobody catfishing Tika Sumpter fine ass.
Wait, isn't your friend still, aren't you still catfishing your friend?
Who?
You said you was catfishing your friend.
That was years ago. Knock it off.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your rumor report.
So you don't do that? You're not doing that anymore?
No, because it don't work. Because after a while, anybody with some common sense will be like, if this person don't want to FaceTime me or Skype me, then I'm not going to talk to them no more.
There's definitely people still getting catfished.
Yeah, people that live in freaking Wyoming. No, not Wyoming. South Dakota probably ain't got no Wi-Fi.
Who out there
don't got no Wi-Fi?
Everybody got Wi-Fi, man. All right, when we come back, we got front page news. What we talking about, Yee?
Well, it was on Cyber Monday a couple of days ago. I unfortunately bought nothing, but I'll tell you what Amazon did and the amount of sales that they had and what their number one product was.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right, morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Happy holidays, man.
Yes.
Smile a little bit.
Literally the most wonderful time of the year.
Somebody needs to hear that this morning. Get your ass up and have a happy day.
Then. Smile Bitch is the song of the holidays. I'm sorry. Who would have thunk that Little Duval would have the song of the year and the song of the holidays, okay?
Absolutely.
There's nothing else to do right now but smile, bitch.
Well, let's get in some front page news. What are we talking about, Yee?
Well, since we're talking about the holidays, let's talk about Cyber Monday. A lot of people wait and do their shopping online. Now, Amazon said they had their biggest shopping day in their company's history on Cyber Monday based on the number of products that they sold. They said customers worldwide bought more than 18 million toys and more than 13 million fashion items on Black Friday
Where
and
are
Cyber
they
Monday
finding these
combined.
toys? I'm looking for an LOL doll. I don't know where to go get an LOL doll. There's no Toys R Us anymore. Target and Walmart don't have toys like
you
that.
Are old. How old are you? I mean, I know you're older than me, but Jesus Christ. You ever, it's called Amazon.
I tried Amazon.
Have you looked on Amazon?
I tried, but I'm used to the, when they get the deliveries on Tuesday, so you go to Toys R Us on Tuesday to get there's none of that anymore.
Old man.
What?
It's people like you that would have kept Toys R Us alive.
I'd have kept Toys. FAO Shorts open back up in the city.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what FAO?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
You saw Big when they were on the piano?
I do. But
all right,
it's
now,
called Amazon. So.
What do you think was the number one selling item on Amazon, if you had to guess?
It wasn't an LOL doll?
No.
MAGA hats.
LeBron James jersey.
All right, well, I'll tell you what was in the top 5, and then I'll tell you what was number 1 as far as the items sold. The Instant Pot duo, Michelle Obama's Becoming autobiography. The Jenga game was on that list as well. Bose QC25 noise-canceling headphones made the list. And the number 1 item that was sold was the all-new Echo Dot smart speaker. They sold millions of those.
How much was that? The Echo Dots? It must have been on sale like crazy.
Yeah, it definitely was on sale. I think I looked at it. I think it was like $29.99 or something like that. But let me double check. I don't want to lie.
My wife been saying for 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, I'm not going nowhere near a mall. Everything that's going to be under that tree for the past few years has come from Amazon.
See, a lot of people don't. That's why Black Friday doesn't do what it used to do, because people don't go out.
They don't go out as much.
They can do everything online.
Who got that kind of time? Like, who want to be stressed out?
Some people enjoy it, though.
People dealing with anxiety. Everybody bumping into each other.
I like going to the mall and seeing stuff and touching it and
Not
putting
me.
it back and see.
Putting
Not
it
nowadays.
back.
I miss Toys R Us.
Returning it.
Returning it.
I hate to say it. When I go in those places like that, you know what I be thinking about? Shootings. I'm sorry. I be thinking about mass shootings. All those people.
All right, now let's talk about Apple. They want to actually support female identifying founders through its new Entrepreneur Camp. So that is a camp that's a technology lab that's focused on app development. So what they're doing is a free 2-week camp. It starts in January, and they're going to be giving female founders the opportunity to receive one-on-one coding assistance from Apple engineers, as well as attend sessions on design, technology, and Apple Store marketing. So they're going to actually help people just shave off overall development time. So if you want to be eligible to participate in this free 2-week camp that Apple's doing for female entrepreneurs, the company has to be female founded, female co-founded, or female led. You have to have at least one woman on the development team, and the program includes all who identify as women. So if you identify as a woman, you are eligible for this program.
Is there a website or something that they can go to get more information on that?
If you are able to develop apps, then you should be able to figure that out.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know, but I'm sure if you go on Apple, you can, find that and Google it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Go to that. That sounds like a dope opportunity to go to Apple's camp and then learn how to do all the coding and develop your own apps and all of that.
That's dope.
All right.
All right. Well, that's front page news. Now, when we come back, let's talk something that I think is a little disgusting. Mel B. Now, she's keeping her tattoo skin of her ex. Explain that story a little bit, Yee.
Yeah, she revealed that she had removed a tattoo of her ex-husband, Stephen Belafonte. She had his name on her ribs, and she said she keeps that skin that she surgically removed in a jar.
Why? We have audio. Let's hear it.
One particular tattoo that my ex had forced me to have was Stefan till death do us part. And I just thought, I can't go through the pain of getting it lasered off, because laser is actually more painful than getting the tattoo off.
Yeah.
So I convinced a good friend of mine, a doctor. I said, can you just cut it off my body? I was like, I wanted him removed from my body.
We should point out you were already under anaesthetic, having something else done, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. So he just did a cut of just his name, and I've saved it in a jar, which sounds a bit strange, I know.
Where do you keep it?
Oh, at the top of my wardrobe.
Oh,
Nobody can see it.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
it's her skin or his skin?
It's her skin. She got the tattoo cut off.
She had his name.
Tattooed on her ribs.
And she cut it off.
Instead of lasering it.
Okay.
And kept it.
That is called root. Voodoo. Black magic.
Stop it.
Don't touch that jar. If you touch that jar, the spell will be broken.
My goodness.
All right? Cut his name off you, put it in this jar. Put a little something on it.
What was
and
that?
Stephen will forever have erectile dysfunction.
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Do you keep anything odd from your past relationship? And do you throw things out from your past relationships, or do you keep them? I mean, me, personally, everything's out of here.
First of all,
me and the wife got in an argument. I say, it had to be like 5 years ago. I'm just going through shoebox and I see old letters from some dudes writing her letters. I put them outside on the grill and burnt them letters up. But she don't need nothing from the past.
You guys have been together for so long.
Exactly.
You've been with your wife for how long?
24 years, married 17.
And so she was keeping stuff from exes, and y'all been together over 2 decades. You know how old them letters must have been? The paper must have been yellow.
Yep.
Like the color of like Don Lemon.
She probably was like, they write way better than Envy.
They burned fast, too.
Why would she still be keeping
Exactly. And that was a huge argument in my house. Why do you need these letters?
Y'all are old as hell. Y'all got 22 kids.
We ain't got 22.
What did they say?
What? I burned them. All I see is, hey, I seen you in class today. Burn!
You know how much those letters must mean to her if she kept them for 30 days?
What if one of them was from Maxwell?
Maxwell, first of all, Maxwell didn't write her a letter. And second of all, I don't even know if she knew that those letters were in this box. I found an old shoebox and I burnt them all.
Bro, how many apartments and houses have y'all had since y'all been together for 20 years? Think about this.
Couple.
Exactly. So that means that she purposely had to save those things and bring them from house to house.
It's memories.
That
though.
don't even make no sense.
It's
I'm gonna be
memories.
honest with you.
Well, I burnt them, and it was a huge argument in the house. I burnt
I
them.
don't
I
even
put
know
them
why
on the
she
grill.
still got them.
That's what I said. Why do you still have them?
You should have cut a little piece of her skin off and put that root on it. All right.
I mean, she had a life before you.
No, she didn't.
No, she
There's
didn't.
no life
Yes,
before
she
me.
Together
did.
since they was kids.
There's no life before me. That's the 16 years
Since
before me
teenagers.
doesn't exist.
No.
I think it's cute. She has her little letters from like
Had.
8th grade.
Had her
No,
letters.
I don't even know what that
Had.
makes. That makes
Had
zero
her
sense.
letters.
Cute.
That makes zero sense.
Had her letters.
I've been with my wife 20 years. You know what? Ask me. I don't have anything from my ex.
Me neither.
I don't even know what. I was exes. I was 16 when I had exes.
Exactly. And I put them on the grill.
Exes.
I lit them with gasoline. But 800-585-1051. We'll take your calls. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening? Happy holidays. What we talking about today?
Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about Mel B. Now, she does something I think is pretty odd. You want to explain what she does, Yee? Or what she
Yes,
did?
she actually got a tattoo removed of her ex. You know, she's getting divorced, and they just recently settled their divorce. And she got, instead of laser removal for that tattoo, she got it cut out of her body, and she keeps the skin in a jar.
That's weird.
That is called root. That is voodoo black magic, all right? You cut the name off your skin, put it in a jar, have a little witch doctor or something, put a little whammy on it. Don't nobody touch that jar, because if you do, the spell will be broken. And as long as that name is in that jar, Stephen Belafonte will have erectile dysfunction for the rest of his life, or at the least cough up a frog or two.
Everything from the past goes in the garbage. Nothing from the past. No letters, no pictures, nothing, everything thrown away. Do you
First
keep
of all-
anything, Yee?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of things from exes. I actually have all my letters and cards and notes that I used to pass in class and all of that in a huge box.
Well, I mean, listen, how long you been with your woman, Envy?
24 years, married 17.
I've been with my woman 20 years, married 4. Okay? I'm 40. There's no exes. All right? I don't even remember what an ex is. An ex. I don't
And
have
most of
nothing
the
from
stuff
my
I have
exes.
is really from high school because nobody really wrote letters after that.
That's what I'm
Or anything
saying.
like
So
that.
if your woman is still saving letters from high school, that letter really means a lot to her, and that person
But I have
meant
a-
a lot to her, and
but
that
I-
person that wrote that letter, you know, could never be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
whoever
also
you-
grew up as a writer, like when I was young, and and I read a lot, and so I keep all of those things, even from like my friends who are women.
Yeah, but
You know,
you're
we grew
not
up
married,
together.
G. Imagine being married for 17 years, all right? And you've been with this guy that you married to since y'all was kids, but you keeping letter from the exes? That mean you keeping letters from when you was like 17, 18. Like those first feelings of love.
There's no love.
Those first feelings of love
Feelings
have not
alike.
been duplicated at all.
Feelings alike.
No, what are you talking? No man has ever made you feel the way that first person
And I
made
broke
you
my wife's virginity,
feel.
so I don't know what you're
We
talking
did
about.
not
Yeah,
need
but
to
what
know
about
all
that
that.
magic finger?
I-
Wasn't we talking about magic fingers earlier?
No magic fingers. But I burnt those letters up, and
What letters? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
People who just joined us.
I'm
What
not
happened?
talking about nothing.
What are you talking
Nothing.
about?
I ain't talking about nothing.
You sound insecure.
Natasha.
Hi.
Good morning, Natasha.
Good morning.
You keep anything from your ex?
I definitely do not. The only thing I kept from my ex is our son.
Oh,
and
I'm glad you kept
it
that.
was so deep that yeah, I wouldn't let that go. But it was so deep that I had to get rid of the cell phone that I used to text him from because I would search and I type in Bay and then he'd pop up. Even though he was deleted, he still like, oh, our text messages pop up. I was like, we got to get rid of this.
All right, I feel you.
I ain't mad at you. Thank you, Mama. Naija.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Mama?
Did she call you lady?
I don't know what she called me.
She said, "Baby."
Oh, what's up? Now, do you throw everything away from your past relationships?
I'm throwing everything away. Like, I'm not keeping nothing. What do I need memories of an ex for? Like, I'm throwing everything away. Like, me and my wife used to live together, and, like, she would come over and still say, oh, you got my shirt. You know, I'm just trying to find ways to come back. And I'm just like, baby, I threw everything away. You know, you ain't got to come back for nothing else.
No.
What if she gave you a Rolex?
Oh, that's different now. That's my Rolex.
Oh, okay.
It is all about the cost of the gift. You ain't giving back no Bentley. You ain't giving back no type of car, and you ain't giving back no jewelry.
At all. No money, no none of that.
So how y'all gonna be picky and choosy about what you keep and what you give away?
Well, some things that an ex gives you, you ain't got no choice but to keep, like herpes. Salute to everybody out there who
He always go too far.
Salute to
Thank you,
everybody
Nigel.
out there
Thank
who
you.
ex gave them herpes,
My
and they ain't got no choice but to live with that and keep that for the rest of their life.
800-585-1051. Do you keep anything from your past relationship? Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us. We're talking Mel B, and we're asking, do you keep anything from your past relationship? Now, what did Mel B keep ye?
Well, she had her ex tattooed on her, his name tattooed on her, and she actually cut it off. She didn't get it lasered off because she said cutting it off was actually easier and less painful, and she keeps that skin in a jar.
All jokes aside, for real, all my people out there that do roots and do voodoo, what spell is that? Because it's got to be some type of spell when you cut your ex's name off your body and put it in a jar and save it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure nobody is allowed to touch that jar. That got to be some type of spell. That sounds like root and voodoo to me.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
It's Rakeem from Duval.
Rakeem, do you keep anything from your ex?
No, bro. No need to. I've been married for 4 years, been with my girl for 7, and there's no need to, bro. You got to hold on for something from the past, bro. You might as well try to head back in that direction.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't understand why, somebody would hold on to something from their past, especially if they've been together for so long. Like, imagine being with somebody for 17
years. They were
years.
10 years old and 12 years old. What is that they were 10? Somebody wrote my wife a letter.
Why is this hitting so close to home?
I'm just telling you. You're going to point a finger, point a magic finger at me.
I'm just saying.
Somebody was writing letters to my wife when they were 10 years old. Oh. She kept it as memories. As, oh, that's so cute. And I burnt them. I don't like it. Whatever's in the past,
and
in the
you
past.
shouldn't. Y'all been married for 40 years. How long y'all been married, seriously? 17 years. Y'all been together 24.
24 years.
There's no reason for her to be keeping stuff
and
from
that's
her
what
exes.
I said, and that's why I burned them letters up.
It's so crazy because I do have like I said, I have a huge box filled with like letters from my friends when they went away out of town, from exes, like everything together in a box. I haven't even separated it, but I kept
you got
it all.
recent exes, G. You still out
No,
here.
this is all from like high school and college.
This is like, ain't nobody about Rolex in high school.
No, I'm talking about a box of letters.
Oh.
But my whole thing is, what I'm saying is that it doesn't really, I never thought of it like it's something that would be offensive to anybody.
But I used to be a little
nobody
insecure.
writes letters now.
I even found a watch that somebody gave my wife when I think they were like 12, 13. I definitely ran over that watch with my car.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, she still got all these little trinkets, all these little 12 days of Christmas where you buying her all this stuff, and she's still keeping watches from middle school?
They were 10 years old, so maybe they just little cutesy things.
I think that's cute.
But they all going now.
It's not a big deal.
Tell her to grow up.
They all going now. And that watch I ran over 10 times.
Little memories are so cute.
Rebecca!
Hey.
Good morning, Rebecca.
Okay, yeah. So I have like an Xbox. I not like the video games.
Yeah, I was like, okay, me too.
Yeah. So I dated this guy from like 8th grade to senior year of high school, and I kept literally everything. But the weird thing that I kept was he gave me a lemon.
A lemon?
A
we
lemon?
were in 8th grade. Yeah, I swear to God, he gave me a lemon. And I still have it in the box. It's not like rotten or anything.
That's
it's
a goddamn lie. That's a damn lie.
No, it doesn't smell or anything. It's like hollow and hard, and I don't know why.
Like him and his heart.
Why are you keeping that?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I don't know. It was like the reason why we started talking in the first place.
Why?
Do you want him
y'all
back?
bonded over lemons?
He convinced me that it was like this really rare lemon from like Cuba or something like that. I don't even know.
Sounds like a red flag to me. He lied to you immediately.
Yeah, that came from Stop and Shop, Mama.
Well, if you fell in love with a man that gave you a lemon, wait until somebody gives you an apple or a watermelon. You're going to really be head over here.
You can't even make lemonade out of that.
Now. I'm not going to do that.
Don't curse.
All right, goodbye.
Okay.
What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is, man, let's say a prayer and salute everybody out there who is keeping things from their exes that they can't give back, like herpes.
All right, when we come back, of course, it's the holiday season. What do you want for Christmas? We'll go through some of the top things to buy your spouse, your siblings, your family for Christmas. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey. Loyalty.
I want you to know that Marie's mom, 83, said at DJ Envy and his wife have been together since forever. So maybe she wanted to keep a small piece of her life before she became a married woman. She couldn't have much more than her memory since they were only teenagers. And then she put a finger emoji. Wow.
Why did you read it in that voice?
Yeah, why are you in that kinky voice?
Phony Braxton said, I'm with C to God. When you with someone for 15, 20 plus years, there's no such thing as an ex. Why she got letters? Envy. Whoa.
That's why that lady's single.
I think y'all might need to address this on the next Casey Crew.
We addressed it a couple of episodes ago, and I told everybody that I burnt them. You know why are we talking about this morning? Everybody is DJ Envy.
Getting mad all over again.
Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we're talking about the holiday season. Of course, is here. Now, what should we get people for the holidays? Now, there's all these lists all the time about things that we should get, things that women like, things that men like. You know, I do a 12 days of Christmas for my wife where every day, 12 days before Christmas, I give her a gift a day, and it's all type of gifts. It could be a bag, it could be shoes, it could be a letter that I wrote.
Maybe she wants her old letters back. That would be a nice gift.
I ain't never seen you put no letter on the gram.
I did put a letter. I put a picture of us, our marriage picture I framed. I put a picture of us as kids.
I bet she didn't save it.
She got it hung up in our house. So, Yee, what are some of the top holiday gifts?
I mean, listen, it depends on who you ask and where you go. But you know what I would say is a great gift?
What's that?
I love subscription-based presents, right? Where
like magazines?
No. Like, they have all these subscription boxes. Like, for instance, I do FabFitFun. And so every quarter you get a box and it's filled with, like, all kinds of beauty products and things that you might need to travel. And it's full-size things. And I think it's nice when things just keep on coming. Some people like wine. They have wine memberships where they curate your selections based on what it is that you like. So every month, you know, you get a little box of different types of wines to try out. I think things like that are always great gifts. For men, I think anything grooming wise, I notice a lot of guys don't invest as much. I mean, some do, I'm sure, in grooming products, but like Dramos, who runs the boards here, he has a beard. Maybe he would love a kit of things to help groom his beard because it looks a little unruly sometimes. You know, things
what do you think
like
Dramos' beard smells like?
You tell me. You're sitting right next to him.
Listen. Those lists are cool, but the truth to the matter is, it's the thought that counts. You have to know your significant other, and you have to get them something personal. Like all that stuff on those lists are probably like little extras you might buy. Like you might buy Michelle Obama's becoming book for somebody. But
correct.
What does your significant other actually really want? What do they really need? Like that's a personal thing. Like you can't get that off no list.
And sometimes I think it's nice to buy people presents that they would never buy for themselves. Right? Like something that's like a splurge type of present. Like let's say your girl is the type of person or your man that doesn't like to spend a lot of money on things. And, you know, they're a little frugal. Maybe a lot of guys don't have a nice wallet. Their wallets are falling apart. Maybe you see that and you're like, you know what? I'm going to get him a nice brand new wallet and splurge a little bit on it. I think it's always nice to give people things that they might not splurge on for themselves, but you could give it to them.
So what would you, so if your boyfriend was listening right now, what would you want for Christmas?
Oh, what would I want? Huh.
That's a wallet?
No, I don't need. I already have like 5 wallets because I'm always buying. You know, I'm an easy person to shop for because I appreciate anything, but I also end up buying stuff that I want all the time. And I know that's hard for people, but I like tech gifts, like anything technology. I think things like the Apple TV, I have that, you know, in my house already. But that was one of my favorite presents is getting Apple TV.
I like the gifts that they always tell people don't buy. Like I like socks for Christmas because I don't.
They actually have a sock subscription box. I can never have enough.
I know you're not supposed to say wife beaters anymore, but I like wife beaters because I never go to the store and buy them.
Tank tops?
All right, tank tops.
Like a G-Unit tank top.
Ribbed t-shirts and not the G-Unit tank tops.
You know what
those
I
are the things I like. Underwear. Those are the things that I like. That
this is all I
makes
want
me happy.
I'm dead serious. I want a mini Nintendo.
You want a Magic Finger?
I want a mini Nintendo.
I thought you got that last year. You got one already.
No, I got a mini Nintendo like 2 years ago.
What happened to it?
Okay,
I got
I'm
one
gonna
too.
tell y'all the truth. The truth to the matter is,
you never used
back
it?
when I was a hoe, you know what I'm saying? Another chick bought me a mini
Once
Nintendo.
upon a time,
you can't
not
bring that
long
home.
ago.
My wife found out and she threw it away. So what I want this year is for my wife to actually buy me a mini
She
Nintendo.
ain't getting you that, so you can think about that other bitch.
I don't even know why you would even ask that. Like, mini Nintendo wouldn't even be a word in my name. In my house.
I've been like a little kid the past couple years.
You should never even say the word
Nintendo. And I think that's a sore spot.
You got a lot of balls to even ask for Nintendo.
I just want to play Punch Out.
For that one.
This don't got nothing to do with nothing. I just want to play Punch Out.
Nintendo shouldn't live in your house.
I just want to play Punch Out. I'm old school.
You are bugging. You were gonna ask you, can I get a mini Nintendo? After she just threw one out.
I keep asking for it. What happened? Did you?
Now, Envy,
you can get some money for that.
Because
you gotta throw it away.
Because you like socks, they do have a sock subscription box. It's at Urban Taste Bud if you want to get that.
Urban Taste Bud for socks? Are they edible socks?
They send you really nice socks and different ones like Stan's, Happy Socks, just a few different brands, but you get socks every month. And you like socks. But that's a cute present because you just said you like socks.
Okay. All right. Let me just go back to this because this is interesting for a second, right?
Tell me.
I'm over here trying to help.
You got this mini Nintendo, right?
Yes, I did.
And somebody
About
else
2.5 years ago.
Somebody else bought it for you.
Yes.
How did your wife find out?
I have no idea, bro. The women just have a sixth sense, and that's why
she knew you didn't buy it.
That's why it's better to just be a part of the faithful black male community. Because you get to that age where you don't even know how they're finding out these things.
So when she asked you, she's like, "Who bought you that mini Nintendo?" What did you say?
I don't even remember. I know it was something stupid. Remember how 6ix9ine looked up here and he was like, he just started pointing like,
yes.
It was something dumb like that. And next thing I know, that thing was out the house, and I didn't ask for it for a long, long time. And I was just like, You know what I would really like for Christmas?
Ah, you better stop playing. You better stop playing.
Mini Nintendo.
You better stop playing.
I want the mini Nintendo. I just want to play Punch Out. It don't got nothing to do with nothing.
You better buy it and keep it up
You
here.
could play Punch Out in real life.
Never bring that home. This guy's crazy. We got rumors coming up, Yee.
Oh, and I just want to say one more present I think is good.
What's that?
A digital picture frame, and you load it up with all the pictures yourself of memories. I think that's cute, and you could put music on those and little videos.
That's dope, especially if you role play. So anytime you role play, you can have a different picture.
Please don't
Like
put
you
your
in the
cowboy pictures up on picture frame.
How you going to explain that to your son? How you going to tell your daughter, why your daddy got on a cowboy outfit in one picture and then dressed like a black Chippendale in another picture? How you going to explain that to
That's
your
a
kids?
better gift than a mini Nintendo,
No,
right?
it is not.
Yes, it is.
Mini Nintendo come with like 30 different games.
You ain't gonna have one.
Metroid, Tecmo Bowl,
Punch Out.
Wow, you were really
Super
into this
Mario
gift from
3.
this other woman.
No,
see where it turns?
It's about nostalgia. Okay,
Oh,
it's about
man.
nostalgia and growing up as a 80s baby, having a Nintendo. I want a mini Nintendo.
Sounds like you was nostalgic about somebody else.
Not at all. Yeah,
Nostalgia.
Mario and Luigi.
That's a fact.
Okay.
All right. Rumors on the way. What we talking about?
Let's talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, his album did leak, and everybody's been talking about it. So we have some of that, and we'll give you an update on what's going on with his case.
Tekashi
And
need a contra code.
it looks like this isn't going well.
Tekashi need a contra code to get out of this one. He needs 30 more lives.
All right.
He messed up his first one.
Rumors on the way is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right. Travis Scott, Sicko Mode. Now, he's performing tonight in New York as well. I heard his show is crazy. I heard he has a roller
Actually,
coaster in
Dan
the show.
went, who works up
Oh,
here.
he did go?
He went last night.
I wanted to. My daughter wanted to
He's
go.
very excited. That's why he's kind of tired today.
Yeah, no, I heard his show is amazing. I seen him the other night, man. I heard his show is really, really dope. I heard he brought out Little Baby last night. But anyway.
Yes, he did. And Gunna.
And Gunna, yep. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk to Kashi.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Tekashi's album, Dummy Boy, has leaked. It was also officially released yesterday through Create Music Group. It was supposed to be distributed through Caroline and Capitol Music Group, but they had a disagreement after the album leaked online. And so he went to Create because he did want to get his music out ASAP. So after the leak, I guess he felt like, look, I got to just somehow get this out so at least I can capitalize off of it somehow, some way. Now, if you haven't heard it, here's a couple of highlights from there. Here's Tekashi featuring Tory Lanez, Kika.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that thot shit. I threw my own son's Jackie Chan with it. Bro, I'm getting money now, acting funny now. Thought she love me, but she only trying to go me for the clout.
All right, in addition, here's a song with Tekashi 6ix9ine featuring Kanye West. It's called Conga.
She want me, I want her, ooh. She want me to be her boo. Big bang, we getting paid over here. Broke, we can go stand over there. That is a get wetter than yours. That
I don't know about this one.
Fart on this record, please.
I don't know about that
A little
one.
ass gas, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted to hear Tekashi Kanye too, but I don't know
did
about
it.
that one.
Oh, you just heard it.
I did not want to hear Tekashi Kanye. You can fart on that record one more time for good music.
Well, he's on the album twice. How's the other Kanye? We got that one too, no?
Oh, no, not right now. All right. In addition to that, there's another problem for Tekashi in jail. Prosecutors announced they have a confidential informant who has recordings, possibly of conversations that prove that Tekashi 6ix9ine is guilty. And his legal team is taking this very seriously. According to his attorney, Lance Lazaro, he said anytime there is a confidential informant, there is cause for concern. I am confident that any recorded conversations with Tekashi will prove he was never part of the enterprise and support the conclusion that he's innocent.
So why is there concern?
Well, he doesn't know what it is yet.
Because have you ever seen Tekashi on Instagram, which
Yes.
the feds are using as well? Have you ever seen Tekashi on IG Live? We all know how reckless Tekashi talks. So imagine how he talks when he's not online. And imagine all of this stuff being recorded.
Secretly.
So once again, even though you were playing and you may have been trolling, everybody else was taking the things you were saying serious.
Hey, imagine if any of our phones were tapped and somebody was recording us.
No. Yee, what are you talking about? Who?
I'm just saying.
What would you say? I want to know what you would say that the FBI would have to incriminate
No,
you.
I'm just saying.
Envy, what would you say that the FBI
You
would
had me on the
incriminate
phone. Hey, baby, I love
Exactly.
you.
There's nothing.
Have a great day. at
You
school,
and
kids.
Charlamagne?
Listen, thank you, FBI. FBI can tap my phone all day long. There is nothing.
I'm about to go to the accountant right now and pay my
phone that would be
taxes.
incriminated. Exactly.
I'm not talking about,
about?
legal issues. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that people talk about privately
No.
that you don't want out there, period. It could be business stuff. All right. Now, congratulations to Miguel and Nazanin. They have gotten married. So that is really sweet. Cute.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
Yes, his wife posted, what a truly magical day filled with so much love, light, and positivity. The second Miguel and my father got emotional, that was it. No holding back the tears. To those who came out to celebrate with us, we are forever grateful and hope you left with a full, drunk, happy heart and memories to last a lifetime. You can also go to @Vogue Magazine to follow their wedding journey, and as she said, what a fabulous yet crazy experience.
Now, I love Miguel. He's my favorite R&B artist of this generation, and then I like Anderson .Paak a lot as well. But do you think it's egotistical if he played his own music at his wedding and stuff? Because his music is amazing when it comes for like weddings and reception.
He probably did a special
he probably
song
wrote that
for
music.
her.
Yeah, he probably wrote that for her. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Thinking about her.
You kind of got to. Like, why wouldn't you? All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.
Thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne.
Yes.
Who you giving that donkey to?
Now, listen, salute to all my people in Mississippi. Drop on the clues bombs for the M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. All my people in Mississippi who did not vote for Cindy Hyde-Smith. Y'all sit this one out, and y'all have been hitting me up on social media crazy to give Donkey of the Day to the whole state of Mississippi, but that wouldn't be fair. But everybody who did vote for Cindy Hyde-Smith, come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a little word with you.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I was born a donkey. It's the Donkey of the Day. Bunch of jackass. For the Donkey of the Day. That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, November 28th goes to the whole state of Mississippi. Oh, the mayonnaise is heavy in this one, and it's not fair. Okay, I can't give donkey to everyone in Mississippi, but to everyone who voted Cindy Hyde-Smith into the U.S. Senate yesterday, okay, this is your time to shine. Now, Cindy Hyde-Smith is a former Donkey of the Day recipient. If you remember, she got Donkey of the Day because she gave us a little candid racism. Remember when Diddy said no more posing for photos, just candids only? That's what Cindy Hyde-Smith did. She didn't purposely post up and pose some racism to the people of Mississippi. She just candidly was speaking and said that if there was a public lynching, she would be front row. Now, this audio was hard to hear because the train was coming, but she said it. If you forgot, here it goes.
Hold on, this train going by.
Let's listen to it one more time. Remember, she said that if it was a public hanging, she'd be on the front row. Let's hear it.
Public hanging, I'd be on the front row.
There you go. Now, Cindy Hyde-Smith did apologize for these comments. Can we hear the apology, please?
You know, for anyone that was offended by my comments, I certainly apologize. There was no ill will, no intent whatsoever in my statements.
Really?
I have worked with all Mississippians. It didn't matter their skin color type, their age, or their income. I also recognize that this comment was twisted and it was turned into a weapon to be used against me.
Ooh. For anyone that was offended by my comments, I certainly apologize. There was no ill will, no intent whatsoever in my statements. You know why she feels that way? Because it's just a little lynching, just a little talk of public hangings. You got to understand, from 1882 to 1968, 4,743 lynchings occurred, in the United States, okay? And of these people that were lynched, 3,446 of them were black, and Mississippi was at the forefront of a lot of that. So it should be no surprise to anyone that yesterday Cindy Hyde-Smith defeated Mike Espy in the runoff election for the U.S. Senate in Mississippi. Now, I'm giving people who voted for her Donkey of the Day, but I'm not surprised. See, Cindy was on brand. She catered right to the hearts of old and new racists in Mississippi. It was actually kind of genius, okay? A little candid racism, saying she would be front row at a lynching. Just let other bigots know exactly who she is and where she stands and what she stands for. A vote for Cindy Hyde-Smith is a vote for bigotry. Cindy is the first woman elected to the Senate from Mississippi, but she's certainly not the first racist. Now, Cindy said that her comment was twisted and it was turned into a weapon to be used against her. Ironically, that's exactly how you make a noose. You take a rope, twist it into a slip knot, and then use it as a weapon against black people. You really can't be mad at people like Cindy Hyde-Smith because they're not being politically correct. She's not telling you what she thinks you want to hear. She's telling you what's in her heart. She let people know exactly who she is, and the people who think like her and agree with her supported her and voted her in. I saw Mississippi burning. Okay, I don't care how much Big Crit and David Banner I listen to. The core of Mississippi, just like the core of America, is racist and rotten to the core. So all you good people in Mississippi, black or white, who've been hitting me saying give the whole state of Mississippi Donkey of the Day, I'm doing this for y'all. Well, why do we keep acting surprised when blatant racism is rewarded? All right. The foundation of America was built on racism. So when you tap into the core values of this country, that's how you win. And Cindy Hyde-Smith did just that. I once heard Janet Reno say we must heal the divisions caused by intolerance and bigotry. Well, it's going to be very hard to do that when political campaigns nowadays are being fueled and won by that same type of division. Please let Kathy Griffin do the honors.
Please give this giant jar of mayo the biggest hee-haw.
That's just for everybody who voted for Cindy Hyde-Smith in Mississippi.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. When we come back, Ask Ye. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call Ye right now. Maybe you're having some problems in your relationship. Your man's bugging. Your girl is bugging. Whatever it may be, she'll help you out. Maybe your mama bugging. 800-585-1051. Ask Ye is next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, is DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Ye. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Monica.
Hey, Monica. What's your question for Ye?
Hi. There was something that happened to me a long time ago of things that I used to do that was like completely terrible and honestly very embarrassing and nothing that I would like to let my children know. But I have a boyfriend now, and sometimes he asks me, you know, have you ever thought back then when you were doing that, if you ever wanted a husband, if you ever wanted to get married? But I'm still feeling like I was completely honest with him, and I want to be completely honest with anyone that I date, but I don't think, I think he's still judging me. You know what I mean?
What is it that you used to do?
Something illegal.
Sell drugs?
No, more prostitute.
Okay, so you were escort / prostitute.
Yes, yes.
And obviously, and listen, I know this is very cliche, but our past is what makes us who we are today.
I can believe that.
You know, and you might not have ever met him or be the person who you are today if you hadn't had the past and learned from that and grew from that. And I'm sure there's things that he's done in his past that he's like, okay, you know, I wouldn't make those decisions that I made back then today, but I can't change it.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's true.
He's still with you.
Judge someone off of it, I just feel like, you know, like overall that was about some years ago, you know.
Do you feel like he's judging you, or do you feel like you're insecure and feel that he's judging?
Like it's a little both. I feel like it's a little both because it's not like I bring this up majority of the time, but considering I've had so many conversations with him about it, like it's happening today, you know, that's what makes me feel like he's still, you know what I mean, judging me.
Well, you need to tell him, look, babe, if there's an issue with it, let me know, and we don't got to be together. But I would love if you would stop bringing it up because I feel like I've opened up to you. I've told you everything about myself, things that I'm not proud of, but it is what it is. And we need to move on past it. And that means I don't really want to discuss it anymore. It's not really relevant to what's going on in our lives now.
Yeah, we've had those conversations before. And then past that point, I think it's more of insecurities. I mean, like I said, he does bring it up every now and then, every blue moon, you know, and then if I'm talking to him, it's like I don't know exactly, like I got to talk around certain things, you know, it's a little uncomfortable.
Right,
but
and
I will have that issue with anyone that I date past this point.
And that's your own insecurity because you don't want to talk about certain things because you feel weird about it, because you think he might feel weird. No. Girl, just be unapologetically you.
Exactly. I feel that.
That's who you are.
Said than done, honestly, but it's not. I feel you.
Yeah, no, it is. But don't avoid topics because you're concerned that it's going to make him. That just be who you are. Don't hold back. I think it's dope that you had whatever experience you had and you were completely honest with your man. Some people might have never said anything.
Exactly.
And if he's got a problem with it, that's his problem, not yours.
Yeah, you know, I did it. I had a child, you know, after the fact, but, you know, everything still happened. But like I said, like a couple of years ago is when I stopped. So it's like, you know, it's still kind of fresh, but it's not as fresh, and it shouldn't be fresh or anything to him, you know. And from what I've been told, he's actually dated people like that beforehand.
Right.
But it always turns out wrong in some kind of way. So that kind of doesn't give me any, like, future to hold on to is what it makes me feel like. But we're awesome together. I love him to death. We're thinking about getting a place together and everything. But on the inside, that's how I feel.
Right.
You know?
And I'm sure it's on both of your parts. But look, if you love me, you love everything about me. And part of that is my past. So love it or leave it.
I mean, all you are is a woman that had a lot of sex and charged for it. It's no different than being with a woman who had a lot of sex, period. Like, you know.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
All right, Monica.
All right, then. Thank you.
I get what you're saying. Have a good day. Because prostitution has such a negative connotation to it. I understand.
But see, I mean, you just take anybody with money. It's a little different, don't you
Well,
think?
no, as a prostitute, you can pick and you don't have to take anyone.
You don't know who she was sleeping with.
Yeah, you could say no to people.
If she said her body count was 40, and then you just dating a girl who wasn't a prostitute, and she said her body count was 40, what's the difference other than, the fee?
Probably that she had no feelings, like maybe
strangers.
But anyway, she said it was illegal, and that was what she started with. I did things that were illegal. So maybe whatever.
Hey, listen, but also remember this: your left hand don't always got to know what your right hand doing. You don't got to tell everything. I mean, goddamn.
Well, she told, and she wanted to be open and honest, because I think it's worse when somebody finds something out that you didn't reveal to them.
You gotta prove it. And it ain't like you gonna ever be somewhere and dude be like, "Yo, that shorty I gave $40 to for that bomb Jill Scott fellatio though."
Yeah, nobody gonna be like, yo, that's the prostitute that did. Nah.
And with Google and Instagram, you never know what people could find out.
All right. 800-585-1051. One more Ask Ye is next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Ye, and we got Brittany on the line. Happy holidays, Brittany.
Happy holidays.
Hey, Britt.
How you doing, Brittany?
I'm in a so-so place. Need a little help.
All right. What's your question for Yee?
So I got married at 21 to someone who was almost 20 years my senior, and I found out recently that he has colon cancer and he's dying. But the kicker is I just found out that he's in a whole nother relationship with a whole nother woman. So I guess my question is, should I stick around for the Social Security, or should I just divorce him and let him be?
Okay, interestingly enough, Brittany, this same exact situation happened to someone very, 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 very close to me. And I'm going to tell you what she did and why she did it and how she felt afterward. And then you can make your own decision based off of that. How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for this January. I make 11 years, but I've been legally married for 8.
All right. This particular family member, they were together way longer, and they had kids together and everything. And
we have kids together too.
Yeah, and it affected them because the kids were grown, so they were remembering things like, their dad missing holidays because he was with this other woman, and they didn't find this out until he had cancer and was about to die, and everyone found out in the whole family at that time. His wife did end up staying with him and taking care of him until he passed. She did not let the mistress. He actually wanted the mistress to come visit him in the hospital, and she shut that down.
I went to do that, and she came to the hospital. So it's like, do I wild out and disrespect myself because someone else wants to be disrespectful, or do I just play it cool?
I don't think you should wild out, but I think you should let the hospital know that this person is not on the visitors list. And
I've already done that.
Right, so she cannot come in again. So, but there's a lot of advantages for you to stay with him because he is about to pass away. Financially, right? You said, should you keep the Social Security? Does he have a will?
No, he don't have a will, no insurance, no life, no none of that. So it's like, if you die, am I responsible for your paying hospital
Yes,
bills?
you actually are going to be responsible for that.
But he got Social Security, you said. Does he have a life insurance policy?
No.
Wow, so you're going to be responsible for all those bills.
So I guess I should just divorce him and then let the new one do it, I guess.
She's not going to be responsible.
Damn, I guess you don't love him. You don't care about his health or nothing.
Yeah, she's not going to be. No. Well, he was cheating on her.
I went to the hospital and she came there, and it was like, do I keep it? Because I'm from Columbia. Charlamagne know how we ratchet down here. Like
803, baby. Metro.
I'm trying not to be petty. Like, send her flowers to her job and, tell him it's from him, and, when she go home, it's, oh, baby.
She's not going to marry.
No, I ain't did none of that.
Brittany, she's not going to marry him. I will say this, please consult with a lawyer to find out legally what you are and aren't responsible for, because that should play a part in whatever decision that you make, because right now this is a practical decision on your part, right? The other thing that I will say that when this happened to my family member, she did say that it actually, at the end of it all, when everything was passing behind her, it ended up being a blessing, because she said she would have felt guilty if she ever would have moved on and been with somebody else, and she wouldn't have been able to date anyone else. But in a way, for her, it allowed her to be more free and realize that she didn't feel that tied to be loyal to someone who passed away. So that was one thing that happened. And I think, we always talk about how important forgiveness is, but I think take care of yourself, your responsibility, your kids. Find out what you would be responsible for, if it's better for you financially to get divorced or not. Just make some practical decisions right now and get through that part.
Okay.
All right, Brittany, but
And you sure he don't have a life insurance policy?
I already checked. Like I said, I went to the hospital. I checked all that out, and you got this woman on your emergency contact. Like, I'm confused. Like, if you don't want me, why are you still holding on to me? Let me be.
And how much is the Social Security? I think you might get that anyway because you got kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be able to file for the younger 2 kids, but at this point, like, I don't want nothing to do with it because this is a continuous act of what you do. When you don't end a situation, you just keep going until you feel like you're ready to be done with it. But what about me? I don't want you no more. You're dying, yeah. You know, may the Lord bless your soul, but you're a man in a coffin. You should know better, and you don't know no better.
Well, baby, listen, all I'm saying is just check out your options. Make sure you consult with an expert and figure out what is the smartest move for you to make. Don't think about it in an emotional way right now. Think about it as I have kids that I got to handle and take care of and my own responsibilities financially, what I got to do.
He just on his own for that dying thing, huh? Like nobody care about his health, his well-being. Like
just where that money at, though.
Like I told his sister, all y'all cloaking for him, but it's okay. I'll have the last laugh. And
well, I don't think it's funny or last laugh.
I mean, y'all talking like the man not dying. I understand. I mean, I guess two things can be true. She can do what she needs to do, but that is this father of your kids who's dying. You should hope that he lives.
I mean, I hope that you live, but then when I let the kids go down for the holidays, you lying to me about you at your sister's house when in reality you was at your woman's house, which didn't bother me.
It's hard because she's hurt. If he wasn't dying, she probably would have been left him. But now she's trying to stay around because she feels bad about that part, but she also has to be practical. And trust me, this has happened to a few different people who I know.
Damn. All right, Mom. I'm sorry.
I ain't sorry, Charlamagne. I'm trying to just keep myself above float and
that was envy.
I don't want to do nothing irrational.
No, that was me. That was envy. Told you that he's sorry. I don't know what to think of this situation.
I'm just sorry. You got to deal with it.
Charlamagne don't have no emotions about nothing but himself.
I'm learning. My therapist is teaching me how to have feelings.
Have a good one, Mama.
Yeah, have a wonderful holiday. Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, if you need relationship advice, you can hit Yee anytime. 800-585-1051 now. We got rumors on the way, Yee?
Yes, and speaking about relationships with kids, let's talk about what Will Smith had to say about his son. And I'm talking about his oldest son, not Jaden.
All right, we'll get into that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right. Trip LMA. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee. Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club.
Hey, listen, I want to salute my man Stephen Colbert for having me back on last night, and they had me filling in a host capacity for a segment, and the Hollywood Reporter referred to me as a rapper. I'm so sick of them doing that to black people.
Well, you are a rapper.
No, I'm not. Shut up. I'm a radio personality.
Van Winkle was your rap name.
I'm a radio personality, and I hate don't list me as a comedian. Don't list me as a rapper. I am a radio personality, author, TV personality. Just say multimedia personality, author. That's cool, but I'm not a rapper. That's
ex-rapper.
That's borderline racist when a white person just looks at a black man and assumes that they're a rapper. You know, sometimes you be in like business class or first class on a plane that you didn't pay for, and somebody be like, "What do? You rap? You do music?" No, nigga.
I say I'm a doctor every time they ask me.
I say I'm a proctologist. I do the same thing. I'm a proctologist.
They be like, what type? I be like, I'm a gynecologist.
I'm a proctologist.
Can I do rumors?
I'm sorry. Let's get to the rumors.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee. Club.
So listen up.
So are you ready for yet another O.J. Simpson documentary? Now, this one is going to be from O.J. Simpson's former manager, Norman Pardo. He's making a documentary about the infamous murders. And in this one, he's presenting the case that O.J. Simpson did not act alone. Now, this series, once he does it, will be pitched next week to streaming services, cable and premium networks. All of that is going to coincide with the 25th anniversary of the homicides of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman.
No, I'm over it. The juices run dry.
Now, he's been working on this film for 4 years, and the co-executive producer he's working with is Dylan Howard. Dylan Howard is the person who did the American Murder Mystery and the real series National Enquirer Investigates. He said, for the first time, the most thorough investigation into the murder ever conducted will be shared with America. He says he has more than 70 hours of video of Simpson that nobody has seen, as well as renowned criminal investigators, experts, and lawyers. He said, and they believe they can not only prove Simpson was involved in their deaths, but for the first time reveal that he had at least one accomplice.
America treats the O.J. Simpson story like slavery. How many movies and TV shows and documentaries and books are we going to get out of this? Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Let's see who picks it up. All right, now Judge Judy is again the highest paid TV host for 2018. She do not play. Now they just released this list. You know how much she made last year?
How much?
If you just guess.
Who is it now?
Judge Judy.
Like 80
million. I'm at 80 million.
$147 million.
Okay, we off about 60. It's cool.
Now, part of that is because she sold the rights to Judge Judy's 5,200 episode library and future show episodes to CBS. She got $100 million for that. And she also got $47 million for hosting the show and for producing the Hot Bench. Now, second place at $87.5 million. Who do you think that was?
Another judge.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, okay. Judge Ellen.
Yes, so congratulations to her. Dr. Phil was actually in third place.
All the money is that daytime TV money different, man. Who
then
else?
Ryan Seacrest.
For what?
Ryan
What you mean
Seacrest.
for what? American Idol, iHeart, all that other stuff.
He made $74 million.
Drop on a clue bomb for Ryan Seacrest.
Hosting American Idol, Live with Kelly and Ryan, and also Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Daytime TV, morning TV.
Steve Harvey made $44 million.
Okay, drop on a clue bomb for Uncle Steve, damn it.
This is all pre-tax figures, so. All right, Will Smith. He was recently posting a video, and he talked about his son, Trey. That's the son that he has from his marriage to Sheree Fletcher. Now, here's what he had to say.
I'm in Abu Dhabi at the F1. I brought my son, Trey. And I take my kids separately on stuff just so they have their individual daddy time. And he just hit me with he said, you know what, Dad? He said, I just realized you're not just my dad. And he paused and he said, I'm pretty sure you're my best friend.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, man, probably.
That's how it should be.
That's how I look at my kids, though.
Yeah, all these kids be out here talking about my day ones, my day ones. Your day ones are your parents.
Nah, my daughter's definitely my
That's
best.
who's with you from day one.
My son is as well.
Actually, you're day negative. You had to grow in that belly for 9 months.
Is your dad your best friend, Charlamagne?
No. But I said that's how it should be. That's why
It'd be nice.
That's why I started off and said that's how it should be.
All right, now Tekashi 6ix9ine, he has an issue now, and that is with Fashion Nova. Now, Fashion Nova gave him a 6-figure check, and that's because they wanted branding in his music video, and also he was supposed to mention them in a song, which he did at first, but then that line got changed. Check it out.
Lil Toddy got a righty choosing everybody. Split splash, apple bottles make that ass fat. Lil Toddy got a righty choosing everybody. Split splash, Fashion Nova make that ass fat.
So it was supposed to say Fashion Nova, which it did at first, but then he changed the line to Apple Bottom.
Apple Bottom? People still wear Apple Bottom?
Yeah, I don't know why he would say Apple Bottom.
Now, the story behind this is a source is saying, and this is according to TMZ, that Nicki Minaj did not like him saying Fashion Nova because Cardi B has her clothing line with them, so she asked him to change the brand in the song, and he obliged.
So you changed it to a brand that nobody's wearing no more?
What jeans should he have said?
I have no idea, but it shouldn't have been Apple Bottom.
Yeah, he should have stuck with the Fashion Nova.
He could have said Rag and Bone.
But
I don't know how true that story is. This is according to a source on TMZ.
Does Nicki not know probably some of her fans wear Fashion Nova too? I mean, I'm sure that this story may not be real, but just for, humor's sake, don't you think that some of her fans wear Fashion Nova?
Yeah.
I would think so.
I would know so for 100%. You know how many people wear Fashion Nova?
A lot of people wear Fashion Nova.
She has a lot of fans.
But a lot of the Barbs are broke, though, so they probably can't afford Fashion Nova. Because they can't even afford to buy her album or her tickets.
They ain't going to be in your mentions, boy.
Who cares? It's Christmas. Happy
Go
holidays.
get him. Put some apple bottoms in his comment. Put some apples.
Put some Mad Jeans.
put an apple and a picture of Dwight Howard.
See?
All right, now Charlamagne was on with Stephen Colbert, and he was hosting last night.
I did host for a little while.
And here's what happened.
Welcome back to The Late Show with Charlamagne the God. Hello.
Hello.
Now, Kim Kardashian.
I'm familiar with her work.
Yes. Well, she said that Kanye's Trump support got Alice Johnson freed. So what would you wear the MAGA hat for?
What would I wear the MAGA hat for?
You want the stress ball?
Sure. A sensible fix to Obamacare, because I think that's the way that you could most improve the lives of the most Americans.
That's a great answer.
All right.
Here, Envy, catch a stress ball. That's a stress ball for you. Here, you catch a stress ball. That's a stress ball I gave Stephen Colbert last night.
A stress ball?
Yes, it's for my book, Shook on Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me.
Charlamagne here? Yeah.
So, squeeze it if you feel stressed or anxious.
All right.
Catch my ball. Catch my ball back.
But drop one of clues bombs for Stephen Colbert. Thank you for letting me do that. All right? Because that is indeed my future.
Okay. So were you squeezing your balls? Were you anxious up there?
Never. No, I'm never anxious in situations like that. But yeah, I am anxious, but it's rational anxiety. Like, I understand why I would be anxious in a moment like that. I'm sitting on the Colbert Show in front of millions of people. But that is my future.
Well, congratulations.
I will be a late night TV host.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.
All right. Now, up next is The Mix. Get your request in. Let me know what you want to hear. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.